rest and recuperation are only a matter of yards from the competition site. Every indication suggests a happy, optimistic team, and a healthy one too. Steve Redgrave, who will be a favourite to win his third Olympic title, this time in partnership with Matthew Pinsent, reports no after effects from the colitis which inhibited his training earlier in the year.
At that time, I was just getting over the worst of it, and things were starting to pick up at that time. There's been no problems since then, which was one of the worries that it could come back at any stage, but there's been no problems. Training has gone very well, and very pleased the way things have gone.
Well, I guess nobody knows how well he's moving the boat better than you, Matthew. What's your verdict?
He's very good. Obviously, Steve's normally very strong. That was a problem when he had the illness, was that it just seemed to sap his strength. But that's really come back online now. He's pulling as hard as I've ever known him pull. And obviously, that's good timing.
24 and go down again.
Redgrave and Pinsent have the benefit of the guidance of Jürgen Gröbler, the former East German coach. But the man who oversaw Redgrave's gold medal successes in 1984 and 88 is also here. There's gold here for Britain. Holmes and Redgrave from the Romanians. The Yugoslavs in third, and it looks as though Holmes and Redgrave have cracked them. They've increased the lead. It's going to be nearly a length. Holmes and Redgrave win for Britain. Mike Spracklin is now chief coach to the Canadian squad, but he looks back with pride and gratitude on his association with Redgrave from his earliest days to the Olympic podium.
Andy Holmes and Redgrave, I was never doubt in my mind that it was a magic crew. Yeah, there was never doubt in my mind that it wouldn't be the best in the world.
And now he has another partner, Matthew Pinsent.
Matthew has more power, more strength. He's a youngster, and youngsters have this flair, this determination, and so I do know Matthew very well and know them to be a very, very good pair.
Can you compare the two pairs?
In terms of speed, it's very difficult to compare them. They're very similar. Probably this one is faster.
Backing them for a gold medal here?
Oh, absolutely, yes. I'd be very disappointed if they don't.
In the women's team, Fiona Freckleton, like Steve Redgrave, had an illness setback in the winter. As a result, she moved from a potentially exposed place in the coxless pair to a seat in the 8. And having made the switch, she's relishing the new challenge.
Initially it was a disappointment because obviously when you set your sights on something you see yourself in that boat, and it took a while to readjust to a completely different discipline. 8s racing is totally different. You're in a much faster boat with much less responsibility. In the pair I was steering, having to do a lot of tactical calling coming down the race course, and it took 2 or 3 weeks to get used to the idea that someone else was doing those things. So, but now I've started into it. I'm just as excited about the 8 as I ever would be about the pair.
Fiona Freckleton is at her first Olympics. 2 of the men, Martin Cross from the 8 and Richard Stanhope from the coxless 4, are at the Games for the 4th time, but still experiencing the same buzz of anticipation.
I think I was a bit like a little kid the first time that I came into the village here in Banyoles. So certainly it's the same excitement for me, 4th time as the first.
I thought the first time I was a bit numbed by it really. It was all a new experience. It was my first international regatta and I didn't really know what to expect. Now I know what to expect. I think I handle it better.
I think from what the people in Barcelona, the main village, have been saying, I mean, we have it really lucky here in terms of the level of space that we have. It's not crowded here at all. It's quite a relaxed atmosphere. I remember in Seoul with so many people, because I'd been to 2 previous Olympics that weren't so crowded with the boycotts, that seemed like quite a different experience and almost not like an Olympics that I'd come to expect. But here everything's really laid back and we know all the people in our sport from the rowing, so I think we're pretty fortunate being here.
We were here at Easter time. We used this place as a training camp. It's very different now, but we're experienced to rowing on the lake. We're experienced to the facilities that they've got here. Things are going well for me. We had a great time at altitude. We had a great time in Varese, which was the acclimatisation camp, and things are picking up all the time. I'm quite optimistic about what we're going to do.
The phony war, the days of wondering and wishing, are almost over. By the end of the week, 14 Olympic titles will have been decided here. And if dedication and ambition mean anything, these masts will see the Union Jack fly proudly at Lake Banyoles.